We good, McPhone? Because I'm not going to even be bothered to change my shirt between filming videos. I tend to film a lot of videos in one day. Do any of you ever notice? No. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I am Britt, and if you haven't subscribed yet, you probably should because I talk about geeky things, and today we're going to talk about anime. So for those of you who don't know, anime was how I built this channel to what it kind of is today. It also destroyed my channel, but that's a whole different story where Dylan and I talked about the drama of the anime community in a mukbang. I will link that at the end of this video if you guys are interested in how anime destroyed my channel. But at the same time, I still love it. I don't watch it as much as I used to, but I really want to try and get back into it, which is why I thought it'd be really interesting to make this particular video. A little while ago, I made a video about all of my different favorite animes over time. And it really started to make me think about how my tastes in anime have changed over the years. I have been into anime since I was about 16 years old. I officially decided I liked anime, and I know the date because it's my best friend from high school's birthday. And that date is April 13th, 2003. I've liked anime for a very long time. Literally half of my life. I am currently 32. So literally half of my life, I have had an interesting journey with anime. So I thought it'd be fun to talk about how my tastes have changed. Kind of talking about like my ebbs and flows with anime, and hopefully be able to maybe get some recommendations from you, knowing what I like, down in the comments below. So here we go. So when I first got into anime, my love for anime was basically whatever aired on television. You know, I was definitely just watching stuff on television, and there's nothing wrong with that. I know that a lot of people get into anime and stay in anime and watch only what's available on television. And there are some people who kind of look down on that because there are so many great shows that don't get on television, and while that's very true, I also understand that anime is expensive and sometimes it's just easier to watch whatever's on cable. I actually don't know what's available really in anime anymore on television because I haven't watched anime on television in a very, very long time. I think since Death Note? Was that the last one I watched on TV? Might have been. So yeah, my love for anime when I first started was basically anything that aired on television. I was into things like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Inuyasha, Yu Yu Hakusho, Cyborg 009, Trigun, Cowboy Bebop, all those things that were airing in the early 2000s on Adult Swim or Toonami, and those are the things I was into. Now mind you, I had been into some animes prior, like Yu-Gi-Oh!, Pokemon, Digimon, Dragon Ball Z, Ranma 1/2 when I was younger, but I'm talking about when I knew it was anime and when I actually sought out anime, when I considered myself an anime fan. So yeah, when I first started, it was a very eclectic taste. I hadn't really settled into any one particular genre of anime. I basically just watched whatever was available on television. Some of it I liked, some of it I didn't, and I just kind of went from there. At some point, Nikki and I both started collecting anime DVDs. And so we started getting into different anime. Nikki started collecting things like King of Bandit Jing and Full Metal Panic, and I started collecting things like Samurai Deeper Kyo. So that's when I started diving into actual genres of anime. For a long time, Inuyasha was my favorite anime series, and that was set in the feudal era of Japan. So I started to kind of look more seriously at the idea of the feudal time period, or of, that kind of, long time ago in the distant past of Japan, which is what really got me into Samurai Deeper Kyo, which I absolutely love because it sparked this interest in me in learning, especially Samurai Deeper Kyo, because Samurai Deeper Kyo is it's historically fictional. Real people and real legends are put into Samurai Deeper Kyo, and so it got me really curious about the actual history of Japan, and I got to learn a lot about this country that I really, really appreciated and really, really admired, and I got to learn a lot about its history, which was amazing and fantastic, and I loved it. I was very, very happy about that. So I really kind of settled for a very long time, basically through the rest of high school, kind of settled into this idea of just being into the history and things like that. So even though they were not real historical things, I got into kind of that more feudal era kind of stuff, which is what made me blindly get this movie called Kaidomaru, and it was terrible. I mean, I'm sure there are people out there who love it, and I'm sure if I watched it as an adult, I think it's a very artistic film because it was a very artistic film, but I was not ready at 17 for something like that, which I think I was 18. I don't remember when I watched that. I don't know. Nikki and I both hated it. We never finished it, and I got rid of it at some point. When I was a senior in high school, I decided to give up anime for Lent. I don't really remember why, but I just remember thinking that I remember having some shame and guilt for getting into anime because there was this weird, at the time, religious issue with being into anime. Like, I wouldn't watch anime on Sundays. I had strange thoughts when I was a teenager, but I wouldn't watch anime on Sundays. So I decided to give up anime for Lent, and I just never really decided to go back to it until between freshman and sophomore year of college. Between the time Lent was over and getting back into it, I did watch like some Pokemon, I watched some Digimon, and I did actually watch an episode of Inuyasha, and I remember thinking, oh my gosh, that's why I stopped watching this stuff. It's weird. It was Fateful Night in Togenkyo, so if you're familiar with Inuyasha, it's Fateful Night in Togenkyo, so that was a weird episode. So when I got back into anime, I got back into Inuyasha, but I really didn't dive back into that historical point, because my tastes had very much changed. As they do. I mean, things evolve, your tastes evolve. And not that I don't like Samurai Deeper Kyo anymore, not that I don't like any of that stuff anymore. I still like it. I haven't watched Samurai Deeper Kyo in a very long time. I never actually did finish reading the manga. I am still on volume 26. I think I've been on volume 26 for years. I need to get back into reading Samurai Deeper Kyo. I'm almost finished. Like, I'm not that far. There's only 38 volumes. But it just became less of an important genre for me. What I was really getting into then was more of that present time, but like odd stories. So like more on that mystical, magical side, which is really weird because I usually don't like magic anything. That was a time period that I was getting into like Full Metal Alchemist and Death Note and things like that, where I was more on the idea of shonen with a hint of seinen. And it's been really evolving into this whole like seinen kind of love in anime. I do tend to like the super dark crap and stuff that's actually meant for like 40-year-old men, not 32-year-old women. But you know, we don't have to live by societal norms, do we? But that was kind of what I was getting into there, was shonen with a hint of that seinen kind of feel to it, where it was, you know, shonen with a little extra oomph to it. So things like that, which is why I really missed the boat when it came to the Naruto anime or the One Piece anime or even the Bleach anime to an extent. Like, I liked Bleach for a little while, but then it got too fillery for me and I stopped. But that's kind of why I missed those boats, and a lot of people never really listened to what I had to say when I said I didn't like those things and why I didn't like them. It just was not okay to not like them, and go watch that video with Dylan. This is also when I really got back into Trigun and when I really got into Cowboy Bebop. So not only that, but I was looking at more of that dystopic kind of show as well. Like, I liked Trigun when I was in high school, but like I really got into Trigun when I was an adult during this time period when I was in college. And same thing with Cowboy Bebop. I had seen a couple of episodes of Cowboy Bebop, but then I really got into it then, which is what got me really interested in watching Black Lagoon, which is really weird because I didn't like Black Lagoon when I first watched it in 2008, but I got super into it in the next round of the time that I was into anime. So my life with anime has kind of ebbed and flowed. My love for anime has really ebbed and flowed over the years. And right now I'm in this time of my life where it's not something that I'm really actively seeking out, but I would like to try and get back into it. The last time this happened was when I really got into Gundam. So I was not much of a Gundam fan, to be honest, and I know people who've been watching my channel for a really long time may be very surprised by that fact. I didn't really like Gundam. I liked Gundam Wing. I didn't really like Gundam. I tried Seed, I tried G, I tried all these other Gundams, and they just weren't Gundam Wing, and so I couldn't get into it. And then I watched Gundam 00. And my whole life changed the day I watched Gundam 00. And this is what got me really into wanting to watch all of the Gundam series that were legally available in the United States. And I am now behind, like, a lot. I've got got a lot to catch up on, which is why I've not made a Gundam video in a really long time. Why I stopped doing the panel is because I am so behind. And I'd like, a lot of people have asked me to like really dive deep into like now, like, because I did a video a long time ago called Gundam Where to Start. And people now have been asking, with all these new Gundam series, where do I start? And I'm like, I don't know, because I don't know anything about those series. I know a little bit here and there, but I've not seen them. So I need to get caught up on Gundam. But can't afford that life right now. Can't afford that Gundam life. But when I watched Black Lagoon this time, I really loved it. And I love things like Higurashi and just the real seinen shit. I mean, Higurashi is a slasher. And I don't usually like slasher at all. And Black Lagoon's about as seinen as it gets. If anybody tries to tell you that's a shonen, they are wrong. But yeah, so now I'm more into that seinen thing. And when it comes to shonen, I tend to be really into dystopic or sci-fi. So like Infinite Revias, Gundam, things like that. And Dylan has definitely sent me some really great shows that I have yet to watch, like Zammed and Majestic Prince, which he says I will like. Oh, Fafner, that's another good sci-fi one to watch. So I tend to really like mecha as well, just because I really like the war aspect to stories, and mechas tend to have that war aspect now and then here and there. Though that one I actually got into when I was still into the shonen with a seinen kind of component. That was probably the first like real seinen I got into, and I love it still. Don't ever watch it all in one sitting. That's generally a mistake. Thought I'd keep it nice and short today, but that's kind of how I feel about anime. And like I said, it ebbs and flows for me. And right now I'm in an ebb at the moment. I'm more into Super Sentai, I'm more into Power Rangers right now, and hopefully at some point I'll jump back into anime. But some things happened in my life that makes anime a little less appealing to me at the moment, which is fine. It'll happen. I'll get back into it. Nice and short today. If you can consider this video short. On my channel it definitely is. Let me know in the comments below what your favorite genre of anime is now, what your favorite demographic type is right now. There are no wrong answers when it comes to opinions, and I want to stress that in the anime community more than any other community, because it feels like the anime community has the hardest time understanding that there are no wrong answers when it comes to opinion. So there are no wrong answers when it comes to opinion. I don't like shoujo, but if you like shoujo, I will not judge you for your love of shoujo. I will not understand, but I will also applaud you for loving shoujo, because it's a beautiful thing. And there are some shoujo shows that I like. I need to watch the new Fruits Basket. Anyway, let me know in the comments below your favorite genres of anime over time, your favorite genre of anime now, your favorite demographic of anime now. Mine's definitely seinen, as I said before. And I will see you guys all next week. Bye! April 13th of 2002. 2003? When did I turn 16? 86. 87. 87, 97, 98, 99, 2001, 2, 3. Okay.
Failed.
Thought was gonna make a video after you finished eating. Ugh. Good lord, my friends are just like chatting away while I'm trying to make a freaking video. Ugh.